You are not your thinking. And if you're not your thinking, well, what are you then? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about exactly what's going on. You know, the running commentary in your head, the endless babbling brook, I like to call it, of thought, the thing that's constantly talking about what you look like and what you're wearing and how much money you've got and where you're going in your life and your relationships, and how much money you have and what car you drive. The endless running commentary that goes on and on in your head is not who you are. It is purely a habit, and we have become utterly obsessed, and that is not what you are. A lot of people, they come to me and they say, hey Tobin, how can I stop my thinking? How can I control my thoughts? Surely meditation, that's the key, that's what we're all looking to do. And it's absolutely not. It's absolutely not. Let me be clear. You cannot control your thinking. You cannot change your thinking. Your thinking is a natural part of being a human being. A little bit like your heartbeat. You can't control that. Your aging, you can't control that. Your desire for food, you can't control that. Your desire to go to the lavatory, can't control that either. In the same way, you can't control your thinking. And the more we try and stop thinking or trying to control it, the louder and more vengeful and more ghastly our thinking becomes, and the more intrusive it becomes too. So the answer is definitely not control. It's a bit like trying to push a river. If you stand in a river and try and push it, you might be able to push the water a little bit upstream, but eventually you're overwhelmed by the flow. And it's the same with your thinking. So if we can start to relate to our thinking as a perfectly natural part of being human, but we can place our attention somewhere else other than on this constant babbling. And that's the key to our well-being and happiness. The key is not control. The key is placing the attention elsewhere, because the thinking is not the only thing going on. The thinking, the storyteller, the one that's constantly telling us what we are and who we are and how we are, is not the only thing that's happening. There's this other side to being a human being, which I think many people have lost. So there is this other side to life, and I call it the sensual world. And the sensual world is basically placing your attention in the physicality of your body rather than in the thinking thing up in your head. And it miraculously changes how you think and the volume of that thinking process. If you're just walking and thinking at the same time, you'll find your commentary just goes on and on and on. But when you're walking, instead of having your face in your phone, like I have at the moment, you actually place your attention in the feeling of your body walking, the sensation of your legs, the feeling of the weight in your feet, the breath coming and going from the lungs. This completely changes the quality of your life. I promise you, there is a direct correlation between your physicality and your mental well-being. You change your breathing, your mental state changes. You change your posture, your mental state changes. You change the energy in the body by getting the body moving, and the mental state changes too. By the way, if you're enjoying this glorious video full of all these fabulous tips and tricks on how to be well and happy, could you do me the honor of hitting the like button and subscribe for more? This, of course, just a caveat, this does not mean that thinking is not of value. If you're thinking about philosophy or politics or where to go on holiday, this is perfectly valid. So it's not that thinking is bad, it's just that we have to be aware of when we're thinking and what we're thinking about. It's the habitual thinking the negative thinking that causes us such distress and is so unhelpful. But sitting in an armchair thinking about history is perfectly valid. So that's the key. The key is to be in the physicality of the present moment, sitting at a dining room table and feeling your body sitting in the chair, feeling the weight of lifting that fork of spaghetti, walking to the bus and actually feeling the sensuality of your walking, the feeling of your legs moving and the weight through your feet. Maybe when you're driving, you can feel yourself sitting in the seat, the body sitting in the seat, and the amount of tension required to hold the steering wheel. Walking, running, sitting, lying down, working out, eating your cereal in the morning, it doesn't matter. Rather than focusing on the thought, focus on your body. Don't focus on your thinking. Place the attention in your body, in the sensuality of the present moment. And I promise you, if you do that, it's revelatory. It will completely change your relationship with yourself and the world.